Hello everyone and welcome back to another new video. Today we have again the Metal Gear World Record Series update, and yes, this time it's not the April Fool's version. You know, I've been thinking this month we basically just have Blue Metal doing all the Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes World Record updates, but I was wrong. There's much more happening in the world of Metal Gear speedrunning, and for one, we also can finally talk about the game that we haven't talked much about at all, and that is Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. Brand new tricks and updates to the run have been found, and yeah, also an update to the world record history. So, well, let's jump in right away with that topic. So let's begin. Back in 2017, on an unpatched version of Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, we have actually found that it's possible to go and warp around in the Pitch Dark mission. It's called the Pitch Dark Warp and has been used now for 6 years. And if you've never seen it in action, there's a relatively lengthy setup before that, and at the end you literally just go here, drive away from the mission, and after a little while, you will actually be teleported back to where the cutscene is just after you turn off the lights at the oil field. Now you can skip the cutscene and boom, you're warped here into the oil field and can continue your mission from here. This is actually being used in speedruns nowadays and also follows a lengthy setup session. If you want to learn how to run this game, check out, of course, the Metal Gear Speedrunners wiki page for the Phantom Pain, where we have all the information listed and, of course, plenty of tutorials how to do this game very fast. Now, this was back in 2017, and since then we've also seen a few other glitches here and there. One notably one, for example, was here, found by Metza, the world record holder for the PC version any %, and he found just 2 months ago, January 27th, a brand new thing, which you can see here, another pitch dark pickup warp to the oil field. So rather than just driving away with your car, you can now pick up a guard and do the same funky setup here. Let's inspect. And the main idea how this works is you have to have one of the enemy guards and put them on an elevated position, then you aim in a certain direction. There you go. Now that we can crouch, walk around, and even just go on the floor, and then we need to look directly at the box, and then all of a sudden we get warped around and just land somewhere on the map. The factors that worked into this back then in January weren't fully down, and lots of testing has happened since then. So that actually, just 3 weeks ago, Metza kept working on it, and he's achieved this. A little update here, once again, an enemy soldier on an elevated platform like this, just crouching, walking around here, and then whoop, you've been just zipped over and accidentally finished the mission here. But this is one of the things where, like, slowly you're noticing, okay, there's a few factors that go into this. You're gonna throw a guard on something elevated and you're gonna aim in a certain direction. In the same stream also we have this little execution, which is sort of similar to what we've already seen, where we are lying flat on the floor and then hug, for example, the box or wall. After the same setup here, now we were just crouching directly here at the box, and now we're actually flying over here. Sadly, this trick didn't fully work out. Metza actually managed to land here in the oil field, where you can just go in and trigger the interaction, but sadly he died here because he was warped too high and then fell to his death, unfortunately. But there's still a route here that something can work. And now we're going to just find a setup from one position to the next one where we can actually find a useful version of this trick. And lo and behold, on March 14th, Pi Day, we actually have seen a new update, and that is the Honeybee Warp. Once again, also being seen by Metza. Just again, throwing this guard here on this elevated position here. Picking him up, letting go again. And now he's smoking all of the area here, letting go of the guard, aiming at a certain direction. And now his next setup is actually that he wants to crouch, walk away, use a box actually, finding his right angle here with the radar at the top. There we go. Now it's time to use the box. From the box you can just pop out of the box, being flat on the floor. And now you'll just need to find once again one of these flat surfaces to walk against, and just waiting. And here's the warp. Now in this position here, it looks like nothing's really happening, but that's just because he's warping with so much speed across the map that everything needs to load in. And now we can see here, we actually didn't die because we didn't go high enough to die from fall damage. We're actually just in the same plane. And now we can finish Honeybee theoretically even faster. This goes even so far that we also have different episodes where you can use this. For example, in episode 6, found here by Wizardhawk, another fantastic IL runner of the Phantom Pain, using the same setup here. Just putting it down on top, having extracted, shooting the balloon so he falls down again. Now using the box, turning around at a specific angle. Once again, using here the directions to find a precise angle. Popping out of the box forward, now finding another surface that you can lean against. Like this. Just waiting, and there we go. The warp executes, and we're now zipping across the map here. And normally, yeah, from the side, if you were to fall down, you'd die, but thankfully, we land just here on this rock where we don't die from height. And so far you're thinking, of course, okay, we have many of these warps, so what does this do actually for a full game run, rather than just individual missions? Well, there's more episodes, for example, even in episode 3 and 4 where you can use this, and also the episode Blood Runs Deep. So, technically you would expect the world record now to drop fast by like multiple minutes, but we are still a little bit in the testing phase, as I understood it, at least from the Phantom Pain runners, and we still gotta do an actual run, which still lasts around 2 hours. So progress is a little bit slow, just because you have to go through the entire game still, if you want to go for a full game world record update. At least we've seen already here Metal Gear Solid claiming a new PB by almost 2 minutes, here with 2 hours 6 minutes and 26 seconds, updating his previous PB from 2 hours 8 minutes and 16 seconds. But as I promised, there's also a new world record update, and we've seen it here finally after 2 years. Steg Dark Horse from the US actually has gotten a new world record in Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, 80% run on PC. 80% means just beat the game as fast as possible. There's also the PSNK category, which is basically perfect stealth, no kills, similar to a big boss type rank, because there's no ranks really in the Phantom Pain. We just have this sort of so loose definition of 0 alerts and 0 deaths, of course, or just 80%. And here we've seen it now with 1 hour and 52 minutes and 32 seconds. How much faster is that versus the previous world record? Well, we see it right here. Metza's previous world record from 2 years ago, in June 2020, was 1 hour 53 and 29, and now we have it almost beaten by a minute in 1 hour 52 and 32 seconds. Now I'm pretty sure the Phantom Pain runners are still going to experiment a lot with this technique now that we have this, and we have also a certain guideline how to execute it. I'm sure going into the future there will be even more updates moving forward. But for now, that's all I have to say about the Phantom Pain. Let's see at the rest of the series as well. As I said in the beginning, we also have plenty of the Twin Snakes updates. So Blue Metal, basically the best runner in this game, at least also actively still participating in the leaderboard. He's basically gone through the entirety of the emulator and console runs for the 80% category and has just updated everything. So let's start. Emulator, very easy, is now 49.58, which beats the previous world record here by almost a minute. Then we have 50 minutes 41 seconds for Emulator Easy, beating his own time by more than 2 minutes. Then we have Emulator Normal Then we have Emulator Normal by 51 minutes 15 seconds, updating it here also almost by 2 minutes. Then we have Emulator Hard by 53, updating it by around 20 seconds. Emulator Extreme Big Boss Rank specifically is now 55.17 from the previous 56.1 seconds, which has been finally updated since July 2020. And also for 80% console, we have updates here, so 51.35 on very easy, which updates here by around 40 seconds. For easy, we have a 52.43, which updates here by around 1.5. Then we got a 52.29 for normal difficulty, which updates the previous run from 2 years ago by around 1.5 minutes. But actually, Blue Metal come in and did it actually twice here. So he has two updates, first a 52.50 and then a 52.29. Then we also have, of course, console hard difficulty with a 55.13, which updates the previous world record from 2 years ago by around 30 seconds, by around 20 seconds. And last but not least, also on Extreme Console for Big Boss Rank here, we have now an updated time of 56.15, which beats actually the previous world record by Wall Guy for around 19 seconds. Last but not least, we also have one more update here, not just in 80% but also for All Dogtags. Blue is not usually an All Dogtags fan as I understand him, so this is more like an exception, but he also did a run here on Emulator for the very easy difficulty and got it done in 55 minutes and 30 seconds, which actually beats the previous world record by more than 2 minutes as we've seen here. And now we're also leaving the Twin Snakes behind. We're moving on into a brand new category, which has been done here by Blackie 1007 here. He did True Ending New Game S-Rank Solo. So he played the game alone without any, co partners. He got it done from New Game got all missions S rank, and also got the true ending unlocked. And this was done faster than 4 hours, in 3 hours, 46 minutes and 27 seconds. Congratulations. Then we have an update here to mission 100, where we see also Kinigos coming back again. His new time is now 7 minutes 51, updating from the previous 8 minutes 58, so more than a minute time shaved off here. And then also, moving on to Metal Gear Solid 3, we have Hikari coming back here with another update to the multi-segment time for European Extreme, now at 1 hour, 12 minutes and 45 seconds, of course with the Foxhound rank. This beats his own record from 6 years ago by just shy of 8 seconds. I myself also participated in last month, and I played Metal Gear MSX again in the 100% category as I was presenting it at the marathon. And now we also have an update here to the new sub 29 minute barrier, so a 28:52 in RTA. You can now finish the Metal Gear game MSX version, PlayStation 2, 100%, saving all the hostages, beating all the bosses, getting all the items and all the weapons, and calling all the codecs in less than 29 minutes, which beats my previous world record by 12 seconds. And while I was there, I also updated the world record for the Duology. In case you don't know, we also have multiple Metal Gear games where you can play through Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, for example. But also, as we see here, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2, which usually is done on the PlayStation 2 version. And now the new time is 1 hour and 12 minutes and 59 seconds, which beats the previous time by quite a lot. As you see, the previous time was 1 hour 15 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm personally glad where this category is right now. It's certainly not perfect, but it's quite good now. So if anyone wants to beat this, feel free to do so. It's always fun to do these multiple Metal Gear games as well. Last but not least, there's also an update to Metal Gear Solid 2, where I've gone in and actually updated my personal PB here for the tanker time normal difficulty by 9 seconds, now being just a nice 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Just in the middle. And now we're moving on to Metal Gear Solid and Repeats. Repeats has been going ham for the emulator categories, and there's quite a lot as we've seen here. First off, he runs original Japanese version, which is its own category separate from all other versions of the game. In the no major glitches category, run on emulator. There's only one difficulty, the easy difficulty, and he beat the time here with 1 hour 25 minutes and 24 seconds. Then he also ran no major glitches, the regular version, emulator, easy difficulty, and got a 1 hour 23 minutes and 12 seconds time. And then we're going into the regular 80% emulator runs. So we have here very easy, done in 47 minutes and 20 seconds, which beats the previous world record by 2 seconds. Then we have emulator and easy difficulty with 55 minutes and 1 second, which beats the previous record by 16 seconds. Normal difficulty 55:52 beats the previous world record by 8 seconds. And then also emulator hard, which beats the previous record here at 56 and 31 seconds, which is almost 30 seconds and a little bit. But not only that, also we have the alternate round. So if you once finish the game and have a save done, you will also get the option to have alternate round, where guard rounds are a little bit different depending on the rooms. And he did it here on easy difficulty with 55:27, normal at 56:42, hard difficulty at 56:48. So there's plenty of new world records being done by him here. He's been putting in the work, going through all these different categories and difficulties, and I'm sure he's rewarded now with a little bit of a break. Someone who did take also a break and came back now is actually Severuni, also one of the mods for Metal Gear Solid 1, and he got a brand new world record in the 80% PC version, very easy difficulty, with 28 minutes and 48 seconds. Congratulations, that is quite an achievement, because I've been barely thinking that we ever see the 28 minutes mark here, and now 2 people have done it. Previously, the world record was held by Tromboncino half a year ago, in September 29th, with a 28 minutes and 55 seconds, and now he has been beaten with a 28:48. So 7 seconds difference. And last but not least, also another brand new category, which I personally find is very fun. Headfinu has also done here one of the category extensions. We used to have already an arcade stick category, and now we also have Guitar Hero controller being used as input. And Headfinu did an 80% PC run here with a duration of 1 hour, 12 minutes and 24 seconds. Congratulations to all these runners, of course. And that has been it. As I said, I didn't expect this episode to be this long with that many updates, but as we've seen in the Phantom Pain, plenty of movement with new technology. The Twin Snakes has been seen a full update from Blue Metal's PBs and all world records, of course. And even Metal Gear Solid 1 has seen plenty of new updates. So if you want to be part of the next episode, just go in and break a world record, and I hope I catch it, of course, and seeing it. If I miss it, sadly, I cannot talk about it, but usually I'm making a good job of finding out of all the new world records. And yeah, join, of course, Metal Gear Speedruns if you want to learn how to run these games and participate. It's always a lot of fun, and of course I wish you all a great day. See you soon, at least next month again, and who knows what will happen then. Maybe then we'll finally find a new technology in Metal Gear Solid 2 and actually getting a true any percent run where we can finally skip Olga. Here's hoping. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all another time. Bye bye.